What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Simply Bitcoin. This is the second episode. Today is July 28th. Take it, Phil.
What's happening out there, Bitcoin accumulation country? So we're going to start off by taking a look at the Bitcoin price for the day, which is actually right now it's sitting at 10,934, and the block height is 641,243. So we're definitely holding on to that rally right now, which is very nice.
Awesome. And Phil, why don't we talk about the daily fail? Daily fail.
So today was a good one. Today was definitely a good one. Let's do some screen share and take a look at what we got. There we go. Okay. So today's daily fail is actually, you'd think it would be the CEO of Tetris Capital, but it's actually not. The daily fail today is actually Mike Duddis's take on what happened at Tetris Capital shutting down. Shutting down the Crypto Hedge fund after 75% loss. So, everybody can see right here on the screen, right? Tetris Capital is the second prominent crypto hedge fund run by Bitcoin maximalists.
Lie.
Total. That's complete FUD, and that is complete bullshit.
Why don't we click on that? Why don't we click on that article to see why this guy wasn't a Bitcoin maximalist? Because if he was a Bitcoin maximalist, then his hedge fund would not have 75% losses.
Nope, that's right. And not only that, but if I'm not mistaken, if we scroll through the article, the hedge fund struggled. And so the fund launched in 2017 with a focus on altcoins.
Bitcoin maximalist my ass.
Come on. So this is the problem, right? Because these people, people like this are, entrepreneur, he's at the block, he's sitting here spreading all kinds of media, and the reality is that it's complete fucking bullshit. It's clickbait.
And it just gives a bad name, man. It just gives a bad name, especially Mike Duda saying that this guy's a Bitcoin maximalist. That's such bullshit. And it just gives it's like the Twitter hack the other day, and then all the mainstream media cycles were just like Bitcoin scam. No, Twitter fucked up, bro. Exactly. It wasn't Bitcoin. Bitcoin did fine. Bitcoin did exactly what it was designed to do. It was Twitter that got hacked, and they got hacked nasty. Someone had the admin keys to that.
Yeah, man. So it was, look, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And to your point, right, people latch on right away to, Bitcoin. And of course, in the Bitcoin space and crypto cringe, maximalism just right away just brings up all kinds of stupid ideas of ridiculousness. And of course, when you have people like Mike Duddis that go and call this random dude a Bitcoin maximalist who's out there, selling shit coins, to be honest, and shilling shit coins, it makes the rest of us who aren't like that look really bad.
Of course. What and let me ask you something, Phil. Why do you think that Mike do that? Do you think it was malicious? Do you think he had some nefarious intent when he said Bitcoin? He claimed this guy was a Bitcoin maximalist.
It all makes for a better story to think like that, or to think that idea. I don't disagree with, maybe he did, but personally, I just think, probably does it for clickbait. And he also understands that the majority of people aren't really going to read through articles. They're just going to, like it and retweet it. So, because it fits their narrative.
Absolutely. So guys, on to basically the daily price discussions. Let's see where we're at. The daily price discussions. So I'm going to give some credit where credit is due. This is Crypto Rand's chart. I didn't want to pull up my chart because it was black, and Crypto Rand just has these very nice white. So I'm going to give him the credit where credit is due. This is Crypto Ren. You can go follow him on Twitter. But basically, he's basically saying exactly what I said yesterday, that 10,500 resistant level was key to break. Because basically what it did was it broke out of that downtrend, the downtrend that we had from 2017, right? So we broke above that $10,500 resistance level, and now we need to hold that level in order for it to remain bullish towards the end of the year. What do you think, Phil?
I mean, I don't trade Bitcoin. I just hodl. But I can tell you this, psychologically, us holding this level, um, it definitely changes the picture, right? Because as you pointed out, we had all those peaks that we couldn't get above, and now we're finally above those peaks, and we just need to hold it. So
Absolutely. That's it. Don't trade Bitcoin, just hold it. Exactly. Spot on. And guys, I wanted to talk about another thing that was mentioned today by Bitcoin Magazine. It was also on Tales from the Crypt, so it was worth the mention. Here's a podcast that I did with Zach, and let me go up to his Tales,
nice.
also on Tales from the Crypt, and he was just featured today on let me scroll up a little bit more, and on Bitcoin Magazine. So what is this, guys? Let me show you what this is. Let me pull up Zach's beautiful looking website, and here we go. And this is basically what it is. It is it's a hardware wallet, Bitcoin only, that is using Cold Card's firmware, but it has a much better UX, right? So as you can see, it looks like a fucking iPad. And Zach told me secretly on my pod, right? And he's gonna go on Phil's pod very soon, hopefully, that it's gonna have Snake, and that's because it looks like a Nokia. Anyways, so if you go down, this was assembled in the United States. It wasn't assembled in China, and it has a camera on the back as well. So it's all either through sneakerware, through an SD card, or you could actually physically scan the partially signed Bitcoin transaction from the Electrum wallet itself. So this is really cool. You can reserve one now on the website. And I just want to talk about that today because it was talked about on Bitcoin Magazine, and on Tales from the Crypt. So this is the new up and coming Cold Card, but just much better user interface. And what Phil was saying earlier is that you're kind of paying a premium. So the price is going to be around $300. So it is more expensive than the Cold Card.
Yeah.
And Phil, it's
really cool.
On to you. Do you want to talk to us about your podcast on Thursday?
Oh yeah, sure. Absolutely. So, check out the Fun with Bitcoin podcast. You could find us obviously on, all the major channels. And you could visit my website, funwithbitcoin.com. And this week we are going to have John Vallis on the podcast.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it's pretty crazy conversation. I think it went on for at least over an hour and 20 minutes, and we ended up getting pretty deep. It was fun.
Could you drop us some hints? Drop us some hints about your guys' conversation?
Oh, man, it's you know what? It's kind of tough, right? It's definitely. Let me see what I got. I must have something, right? How about Bitcoin should disrupt the system? At another point, he mentioned we have ourselves convinced the status quo is static. We end up talking about gold bugs, ignorance being bliss. I mean, just, you know what, everything, not just philosophical, but also economic. And we just went all over the place.
It's deep. I'm looking forward to it. He's a
super smart guy. He's like a world traveler. It's
awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. And Phil, you want to end the show with the catchphrase?
Damn it, man. I still have nothing.
I don't have anything either, but that's our catchphrase for now. We got nothing.
Just, stack and hodl and be curious and don't be afraid to ask questions. There you
go. Absolutely. Guys, if you like the show and you want to give us some support, this is our second episode. But if you want daily Bitcoin news, this is the show for you. Bitcoin only. It's called Simply Bitcoin. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tune into the next one tomorrow. See you later, guys.